If your organization is still using print and PDF formats to access code information, here's a quick overview on the advantages that you'll receive with the tools and features when you start using Digital Codes Premium. First thing we'll point out is that when you have your subscription, you will have access to the most recent cycle of the iCode. So 2024 is going to be available, and you also have historical references to the codes back to the 2000 cycle as well. You're also going to have the most up-to-date information in that current cycle. So unlike print or PDF, where once you acquire it, it needs to be take that extra step of updating it, with Digital Codes Premium, all versions will be added if there are any changes, supplements, or errata. As you can see in this 218 IBC, it was first released in August of 2017, but in total there was 6 versions. So if you just had the print or PDF, you may not have all that information if you did not update those formats, but you will always have it when you have Digital Codes Premium subscription. So you will have current versions of the current cycle always available and added automatically, and you have access back to previous cycles as well. Also, these titles will always be available to you. If you happen to be an organization where you're sharing access to print books in a library in the office, that particular book you need may not be available. Here you're going to be able to access all the content in your subscription right from any device that has internet access, whether that be your desktop at your desk, laptop wherever you're at, and also any of your mobile devices as well too. Additional features that you're going to see in Digital Codes Premium that can't be used within print and PDF are going to be every code section that you have access to. Once again, you can navigate quite easily over here. But as you can see, all these code sections are going to have these 4 icons. First thing that everyone likes to have is the ability to copy and paste. So if I highlight any section there, it will automatically copy that to the clipboard. You are able to put that into a Word document, an email, whatever you're working with. Additionally, that second icon here will allow you to make notes on any code section, and we'll go into discussing how notes can be used and organized in another video. The third icon allows you to print or save to PDF any code section or subsection. So if you wanted to print this out, I know sometimes PDF people like to have to be able to save to a PDF format. This will still allow you to do that. Now, you obviously aren't going to be able to print or PDF the entire book or chapter, but if you wanted to maintain a PDF document and save that, you are able to use the print button where you can obviously print, or you can download it to your desktop, use your own PDF editor. If you wanted to mark it up in any way, you can use this as an attachment to an email during communications. And it goes a little bit further than just copying and pasting, where you realize that maybe you might lose some formatting. This will keep all the formatting as it appears in the title, along with the actual title of the book, the chapter, the code section, and any of those subsections. Has a nice little footer down there to let people know it's coming from the authoritative source, the ICC, and you can use that, save it to your desktop as you would with any PDF version as well too. The final icon that you have there is the ability to copy the link. Since we just spoke that this is all web-based, you can share this exact code section with someone who doesn't even have a subscription. All the iCodes can be viewed by anyone. They won't have access to any of these tools, but if you're on, let's say, the phone, you can send them this link, and you can literally, when they click on it, be on the same page. Additionally, you are going to have the ability to have advanced search functionality. So if I start within a title, I could just click a term. If I wanted to search across, for example, all 2,400 titles in my Premium Complete collection, I could do that from the home page there, but this has just restricted it and filtered to be the 2024. And you're probably familiar with how you could really narrow down your search by using exact phrases, all, any, or none. That proximity search, for example, you could use basement and egress to get all the code code sections that have those 2 words next to each other within 50 words. And then once again, if you're doing a global search, you have the ability to narrow that down as well too. Additionally, you're going to have access to the tools such as the AI Navigator that is included with any premium license. So if you want to use that to ask common language code questions, you're able to do that. You're able to pick the code cycle. If you're using a state with amended codes, you can choose those as well too. And then finally, if I go back to my 2024 iCodes, Premium Insights are going to be another feature that is not available. We can't put that in print or PDF, but if you were to go to any of these code sections, let me just pick on one, for example, to see if we have that information. These are going to show you the code development process, the insights. You can actually search by these, make it really easy as well too, but just to explain them really quickly. I am in 2024, so if I wanted to see code change details of code changes that happened from the 21 to 24 cycle, you would be able to find those sections. You would be able to read the original proposal asking for the code to be changed. There are hearing videos saying those code change proposals being discussed before they're voted on. And then once they have been there, the major ones have some links back to our significant changes collection. So those excerpts from there will go into more detail about why the code was changed. Usually we'll have pictures, graphs, descriptions to explain that code change in a little bit more detail. In addition, we're looking at 2024, so for the code change proposals, you can search and filter by those as well too. It's as easy as clicking on that. It collapses the table of content, so any of these code sections here will have the code development proposal, and that's signified by that icon here. What that will show you is that there are proposals under consideration for 2027 change, and you can read those original proposals and have a look ahead to the future and see what will be voted on and any changes that may occur in 2027. So once again, this was just a short overview of some of the features and tools that you will have access to in Digital Codes Premium. If you're looking to make that change, moving from the limitations of the print and PDF format, move into Digital Codes Premium, this will give you a brief overview on those features, and please check out the other videos to go into a little bit more detail on how these work.